What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here, and I'm here to give you my review of the first ever episode of Robot Combat League. Now, for the record, Robot Combat League, what is that? It's exactly what it sounds like. One-on-one, two robots going head-to-head, controlled by a robo-jockey who controls the arms, and the robo-tech who controls the bottom of it. Get it, robo-tech? No, it's old anime. Anyway, so great, already great concept. I'm like, yes, please, may I have some more? So the first episode, I couldn't wait for it to come on. Wanted to watch it. Now, first and foremost, what happens is that the teams came out, they met their robots, and then what happened is that after that, they went into a little training session where they trained them on how to go ahead and use the robots. After that, they were brought in there and they had basically a, for lack of a better word, activity. The job was to go ahead and go after a mini, a punch dummy, if you will, a dummy robot, and your job was to go ahead and take out the target in the middle. Now, some of the guys actually got smart and just kind of left their arm out there to go ahead and hit it. But see, at the same time, that doesn't work because that kind of gives you less training. But whatever. Long story short, it was basically, that was actually go ahead and rank them. And the ranking worked that whoever got the fastest will be considered rank 1. Whoever got the longest time will be ranked the last rank. And to make matters worse, the first rank would actually go head to head with the second, with the last rank rather. So it actually was, whoever got the whoever got the fastest time was against the person who had the longest time. So, okay. So in a sense, that's kind of a double-edged sword right there. Number one, it's kind of a, you see already the big guy, the people who already pretty much, has already proven themselves already that they actually know how to control the robot. They actually went ahead and got to go out first. So you're like, oh wow, already straight from the gate, you got the powerhouse, the one who already proven himself that he knows exactly what he's doing, already out the gate in the first match, versus the person, basically the trash, I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it like that. Not that they're trash, but you get the idea. That's basically it's a way to kind of push the trash out. But it's a double negative right there because it's also an ability to go ahead and actually get a comeback victory, getting the momentum shift in your direction even better, even faster, and then no one would underestimate you. So that's pretty much where it worked at. Now, keep in mind, the guy who the fastest time was the one who kind of stuck his arm out. When he did that, I was like, that was kind of a cop out, but whatever. So let's go over who was the robo jockey and the robo tech and the robots who fought in this episode. The robo jockey for this particular robot, still Cyclone, was Bayono Kamani, and basically he's an Olympian coach. He's an Olympian athlete and a coach. His robotech is named George Kirkman, Dr. George Kirkman. Now, for those who don't know that name, he's actually the owner of Rolling Robots. Now, for those who don't know, Rolling Robots is actually it's pretty much the same exact thing, but on a smaller scale. So that's something that had to be taken into consideration. I was like, okay, I know that name, I know about Rolling Robots, so this actually gives him an edge. So those two will be controlling Steel Cyclone. Now this robot looked great. He got all the planing on him, and his hands was just pure like that. He could actually swing off on them. So I said, okay, this sounds pretty good. Now that's for Team Steel Cyclone. Now the other team, the Robo Jockey, was named Amber Sinzel, who was actually a software engineer at Intel. Her Robotech was named Dave Sintel. He is an engineer manager at Intel. Father and daughter, by the way, and they are controlling the robot Crash. Now, Crash actually looked pretty good. It was like, it was kind of like the inside was like, you saw all of his like robotic parts, and he was covered with a whole bunch of like armor, if you will. But the armor, like, look, it was really weird to kind of explain it, but it was a great robot. You're seeing it in the screen right there. So right now, you have Team Crash versus Team Steel Cyclone. Who's going to win? I don't know. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first match came out, and they literally came out the gate swinging, and Crash got his behind handed to him in a a metal bag, because the paper bag couldn't hold it, right? So he got his behind handed to him in a metal bag. And like literally, the guys were sitting there swinging on him, and then bang, 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 and all you saw was sparks flying. And basically, and the Team Crash was very confident in the beginning because they noticed how when they went ahead and did the whole training thing, they noticed how Team Steel Cyclone actually broke their robot while they were actually doing it. And the reason why is because apparently they kind of just, the way they were driving the robot was actually bouncing around so much that it was actually doing damage to him. And it's funny because she said that. The Team Crash's Robo Jockey Amber Shenzel actually said that. She said that could actually work to our benefit because that means that the robot can become damaged. Bang! Almost as instantly as she said it, the robot sprung a leak. So that was in the training thing. So that was fresh in their mind when they went out. But that wasn't really helping them right now because it was getting pummeled. So it was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and finally, what happened was that the guys from Still Cyclone basically punched Crash's shoulder, I believe his left shoulder, and knocked the armor off there. So when they saw that, they instinctively continued to go after that particular part where it actually sprung a leak there, and the arm stopped moving, and it stopped moving just in time for the bell to ring at the end of round 1. So what happened was they had 20 minutes to go ahead and get everything up and running, get everything tuned up, and they literally took every single second of the 20 minutes to actually get it up and running. So once again, and it's cool too because you don't, like, when you look at her, you're like, she probably don't know what she's doing, but then you keep forgetting she's actually an engineer. You know, both of them are engineers at Intel, so you know you can't like let that go. You know, so what happened is that they went in there, and this time it was a lot different. They was holding their own for this one, and finally, bang! Both of them going back and forth. Crash was going back and forth. Now the key part of the victory here was this. Both of them did a punch at the same time. Team Still Cyclone went ahead and did a right punch. Team Crash went ahead and did a left punch. But the thing was that Team Still Cyclone got the punch first. And that was good until the other punch came down there and hit the guy's arm and literally broke the arm. And the whole thing, sparks, sprung a leak. Arm was used pretty much incapacitated right now. Now keep in mind, because of that hit, the arm was already damaged. And remember, that left arm for Team Crash was already damaged coming out the gate. So they were still swinging and punching the robot in his gut area, and finally knocked the robot like off the hinges. So in other words, the team that was considered like the worst team ever literally got a great victory. It was awesome. And the team that kind of who thought they were the smart guys, who went ahead and kind of just, reached their arm out to go ahead and kind of get the cop out, and that was pretty much like, we're not expecting nothing from this team. Lost. I was like, amazing. The crowd went wild. I was like, all right. So definitely for our first episode, the drama was intense. The whole fighting thing was great. I can't wait for the second episode to come on. I can definitely give this one at least a 9 out of 10. I mean, hell, I might give it a 10 out of 10. This was a great first episode in my opinion. I was loving every second of it. Definitely, you guys have got to go ahead and see it if you haven't already. Go to sci-fi.com, that's SYFY.com, and go ahead and check out Robot Combat League. Check out the first episode. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know what you're looking forward to in the other episodes. So I guess the question of the day is this: which team do you think is going to make it to the tops? Call your bets right now. And for the record, I definitely got to say, number one, this has got to get a game. We got to get a game of this going on here. I'm just saying, come on, guys. We have got to get a robot, I'm telling you, we got to get a Robot Combat League game going on here. Guys, make the game, make it happen. Come on, guys. And let me ask you something, guys. What do you guys think of the show? You guys like the show? Do you think it was Or what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comment section below. Go ahead and check out the show. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.